Placing North Korean troops in Russia is to attack a sovereign country, Ukraine, is a pretty outrageous move by Putin, right? And so, in the sort of balance of world power, the idea that that kind of provocation and transgression goes unaddressed, unacknowledged, could also be extremely dangerous.
I see.
Right?
Yeah.
And what Biden, so I'm not for or against anything, right? I'm a journalist. I just, as a friend of mine said, we don't tell people what to think, we tell people what to think about, right? So think about it.
And for me, I actually don't know, and I think many people don't know, and this is why I would want to hear from you.
Right. So the Putin regime, they attacked Chechnya twice, right? The world did nothing. Georgia, Transnistria, Moldova. His transgressions are in the former Soviet sphere, are numerous, and the world did not do anything, right? So it's not like we respond to the slightest provocation. It finally took an outrageous invasion of a sovereign country, a fledgling democracy, for the West to respond. And I do think democracies have to defend each other against despots, and Putin's a despot. So I just on some level, I sort of understand the reasoning. Did we make strategic mistakes that led to a situation where an invasion was possible? Yeah, I think probably. I think we probably misplayed the NATO hand, et cetera. But at the end
that was what I was going to ask you.
But at the end of the day,
did we provoke it to a certain extent?
Well, and it's like saying,
were there off-ramps we could have taken?
I hit you because you made me angry, right? It's like, yeah, maybe we provoked him, but he still invaded a sovereign country with a huge army and has pounded it flat with his artillery and his missiles. Like there's nothing that legitimizes that.
Okay,
right? It's an outrage, right? So and now he's got North Korean troops in there. It's an extremely volatile, bad situation, and so doing the missiles, the long-range missiles that we allowed them to use inside Russia, that is dangerous, but doing nothing could also be dangerous, right? And you just don't know how these calculations are made. So I'm agnostic about whether it was a good or bad thing, but what I don't believe is the sort of paranoid, Biden's senile and trying to get us into World War III. It's just like that's not
making those decisions. It seems like.
We don't know. We don't know. We have no idea. We're not in those rooms.
I get it.
Right?
Sure.
We just don't know. And, I think of course he's part of those decisions. And, but also a lot of very smart people also are who don't want World War III, and neither does Putin, right? So, this is all, there's a lot of, hold me back in the bar fight, right? No one really wants to be in the bar fight, but how do you posture in such a way that you don't lose face, you don't lose your dignity, and you don't have to get in a fight? How do you thread that needle? And that's a lot of geopolitics.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure to let me know what guests you want to see on in the future.